Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Bias Football Takes. I'm your resident Arsenal fan and the part of the team, Obina, and I guess the other guy, Alpha.
It's always nice to always start the show with lies because you said level-headed. So I'm the one that is hot-headed.
Yes.
Why do you like lying?
Defend
Anyway,
yourself then.
anyways, hello guys. This is Oluwaseun Winsala. I'm actually exhausted, man. The world of football has exhausted me. I'm
Why?
tired of I'm tired of football, man. I'm tired.
Is another season, another set of United problems.
It's not even United problems. I've already signed out of United since last season. I told you my take on things around United. So it's not new that things are happening the same way. Most of the clubs are continuing where they stopped last season. So I'm not seeing anything new in every ramification. I think part of the reasons why I don't enjoy football anymore is because I'm beginning to know too much about the game. In those days where we just watch and just see dribbles, goals scored, maybe a pass.
Yeah, I don't feel your pain as a United fan. Things are good in London. But so this week, let's just dive right into the show because we have a number of things to talk about. This week, we will, quickly go over the results from last weekend. Then we will discuss. There have been some poor. Oh no, no. Then we'll talk about the Mason Greenwood situation at Manchester United. There's new developments have taken place in that story, so we will discuss that. And then this past weekend, once again, the officials, the referees, the VAR have come under the spotlight, so we'll talk about that. And then we have a question or two from the audience that we'll be discussing, so Shewa and I will talk about that, and then we'll go into a preview of next round's games. So yeah, we have quite a number of things to cover. So let's talk about the results from last weekend. Um, Nottingham Forest beat Sheffield 2-1. Oh yeah, we're supposed to discuss who was right and who was wrong. All right, from next weekend we'll follow that religiously because I know Shane will be claiming that he's one football prophet now. But
But
Brentford,
I told you I when he was going to score now.
yeah,
That's
okay,
it.
that you said. Brentford beat Fulham 3-0 and they were away, which was so that was that was the first London derby of the weekend.
Yes.
For my fantasy, Rico Henry, thank you.
Mm.
Liverpool beat Bournemouth, even though McAllister got a red card. They beat Bournemouth 3-1. I feel like Bournemouth started the game very well, and then they just fell off.
Yeah, they did.
Um, Brighton dismantled Wolves. Brighton is going to cause problems. We identified them early on,
Yeah.
and they are one of three teams that have won both games, so 6 out of 6 points.
Yeah.
Tottenham,
Thomas is continuing where he stopped.
yeah. Tottenham, Tottenham destroyed United. I mean, that second half showing especially.
I'm not calling it destroyed, but
Uh, I think they did that because they bust like they outplayed you guys. They outplayed you guys.
did not play us. It was a game of two halves. It was a game of two halves. But continue. Don't worry. It
Uh,
was a game of two halves, but
yeah. But that second half, their dominant second half was greater than yours in the first half.
mm,
Anyway,
mm.
that's yeah. Newcastle lost. Man City beat Newcastle, even though I was expecting more from Newcastle, but it's City. Aston Villa just destroyed Everton. I mean, Everton couldn't cope. And then West Ham, even though they had a red card, beat Chelsea 3-1.
Yeah.
Arsenal beat Crystal Palace 1-0, even though there was Tomiyasu got a red card. So those are the games. Quickly, any match or matches that caught your attention, Shion?
No. I mean, so the thing is, all the games were not surprising. There was not like a surprising result, except for Chelsea, which the result doesn't tell the whole story. At some point, it was 70-30 ball possession, Chelsea having 70% of the ball. It was more of, you know, them defending properly, West Ham defending properly, and smash and grab. And is it Anthony?
Antonio, yeah.
Antonio, sorry, Antonio was a beast. It was reminiscent of what Drogba would have done, and I felt like Chelsea should have gone for Anthony because it fits into it fits into their philosophy and style. But it was a good game. I enjoyed that Chelsea game, even
Yeah.
though they lost. But I feel like it's going to take a while for them to get their bearing, but they'll be
Yeah,
able to get
well,
there.
I think that even though a lot of people were clowning him because he gave away a penalty, Caicedo, he came on and then gave a penalty very late in the game. I
Yeah,
feel you could see that in terms of his interception, in terms of his ability to read and cut passing lanes, the guy is really good. So
yeah.
it'll take, and that'll free up Enzo to take up more attacking spaces. So I think it's just a matter of time before Chelsea start to come really good. So I still put them as top six,
Top
a
six.
top six team.
I think when Caicedo came in, it was too eager to
Yeah,
impress.
yeah, to make, yeah, of course. He's young. You want,
Yeah,
with that price tag, you want to prove a point.
yeah. It was too
But
eager to
I
impress.
still think the only concern, I don't know if I'll call it a concern per se. The only thing is that Nicholas Jackson has gotten a couple of good looks. I think he should have scored at least
Yes.
one goal by
Yeah.
now. So that's. I mean, it's still very early in the season, but that's something to watch out for. How many goals and how often he converts chances,
He won't
because
score. He won't score a lot of goals. He won't.
well, so that remains to be seen.
He won't.
Another game that caught my eye. So two games caught my attention this weekend. Spurs United. Like I said, I have marked Tottenham, I have marked Spurs as a team that will surprise a lot of people this season. I think that the acquisition of James Madison was very, very good business from them, and for the price they got him. I don't know how teams let that happen, but shout out to Spurs for doing that. And it seems like Bissouma is starting to find his form that he had at Brighton again. Because at certain points, even though there was a time when he was doing like leg overs and then he lost control of the ball, but at certain times on Sunday he was just too good for United. On Saturday, sorry, it was just too good for United players. And
But
then
wait.
us go on.
So let me make commentary on that. So
Yeah.
Tottenham. I don't think Tottenham would do as much as you say. It's just my opinion. I don't think they would do as well as you think they would, because I've seen this from them season in, season out. Beginning of season, they kind of like blow really hot and act as if they know what they are doing. Two things. United made them look good in the second half, which I personally would not want to like rate them that much, because Madison literally dribbled almost everybody on the pitch at some point in time. Like everybody he faced, he dribbled them, he took the ball off them. It was a menace. And my second point is
But
there's
that's
no
just
way.
sorry real quick, but that's a regular day in the office for Madison though. Like
Yes, but
when he was at Leicester, he did the same thing.
it wasn't that good at Leicester. It wasn't that good. Like for real, like it was exceptional in that game, and United made them look good. Another thing is Kane has gone. Kane is like the provider and the finisher. So that really is going to like really put perspective into things, because all the people that have scored are not strikers for them. So that is a point you need to watch out for. So remember they beat City. Was it last season? They beat
Yeah.
season 1-0, and everyone was like, moves is Espresso De Santos or whatever his name is going to take them to the next level. And I remember telling some of my friends then, I was like, why are they praising Spurs this much? Like, we know what Spurs is going to be about. And I
But
think it was 4 weeks later they sacked the guy.
but
So it's not new.
Nuno was not. I mean, he coached like I don't know, but this, yeah. Well, let's see. I just think that again, this is new. This is a new manager, and he has his style of play is at least for now. It looks very good.
Yeah.
Tottenham's looking very good. So what we'll
Mm.
see, we'll see.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
Arsenal Palace is the other game that caught my attention. The the Palace. Roy Hodgson said he normally says his team low blocks, and it was very difficult to find a way through. and then we got the penalty. Um,
Mm.
Edin Keita missed a couple of good
Yeah,
chances,
Indicator was bad in that game.
but he won the
It was
penalty, so
bad. It was bad. It
we'll give him
was
his
really
props.
bad. No. See, be truthful. Be truthful. Let's say the truth. I watched the game, and that game was very tactical. It was a game where, honestly, things would have been different if Olise was fit, because the commentator made what's his name? Ayu sound like he's like a world beater. Like he was like, anytime Ayu got the ball, he was like, Ayu is like so good. So this, I'm like, yo, what is extra about this guy? Because every time he faced your left back, what's his name?
The right back, you mean Tomiyasu
No, was it right
or
back?
Ben White?
Ben, no, was it Ben White that played? Who played you push left back?
Our left
Was
back was Tomiyasu.
yeah, yes, it was Tomiyasu, yes. Why are you calling Ben White? Anytime he
No, because I
faced
said Tomiyasu, and I wasn't sure if you were mixing or
no,
some people
because
are finding it
are you
difficult to know right and left now. So,
are
and I don't
you
disagree
played
with
on the right? Are you played on the right? So you face the left back. And anytime he faced Tomiyasu, he was always going through. And that part of things, like when Ziyanko talk about inverted fullbacks entering the midfield, it's going to expose your backline in a way that you will not like, because a better player than you would have punished Arsenal. But Arsenal played I would say, a mature game. You guys kind of withstood the quick counter attack that Crystal Palace was trying to put. So I mean, it wasn't something new that we didn't know. You get what I'm saying? I expected Arsenal to win that game, and trust me, Iketa was bad. Iketa was awful in that game. It was.
I don't know. He missed some chances, but I mean, he
It,
won
it,
he got the penalty.
so the thing is, it's not even about the chances that he missed. There was a time he had the ball and he ran forward, heads down. There were like four options for him to pass. Martinelli was free. I think Rice was free. So like three people were free, and you decided to do leg over and try to dribble. I'm like, yo, what are you doing? Pass this ball. But I mean, I guess that's what you people want. So
No. I mean, it's not that we want that, but like right now,
let me ask you a question. Will you
yeah,
ever
yeah.
criticize a player?
Would I ever criticize my player?
Yeah.
No, I'll support if he does something horrendous. Of course, I'll speak about it. I don't know about criticize, because at the end of the day, we are supporters. We're supposed to support them, right?
Okay.
If he does
Okay.
something wrong, though, I mean, I'll call him. I'll be like, you could have made a better decision.
Okay.
But criticizing and insulting like United fans do is not in my nature. I'm sorry.
Okay. No problem.
Now, let's talk about something. Speaking of criticizing one's players, let's talk about Mason Greenwood.
Yeah.
What's that about?
So it's been a long battle. I think it's about 2 years now,
Mm-hmm.
or 3 years. So he was accused of many things, domestic violence as a general term for what happened, and he was taken to the court. Long battle in the court, and the court decided to say, at the end of the whole evidence in court that were put forward.
Why do you think quotes?
No, I'm saying evidence. Relax, I'm coming. I'm driving somewhere. The whole
Okay.
evidence put forward in court. The court decided to say, oh, we are not going to move forward in this particular case because we don't have enough evidence to make decision. So we're going to let him go. So that ruling kind of puts true spanner in the whole situation, because that ruling made it sound like we not say not do it all, but we don't have enough evidence to charge him with. And apparently, what I heard or what has been going around is that the victim, I'm not being called victim, but the alleged victim,
Complainant.
the complainant, yes, the complainant wasn't willing to come to provide in
Evidence.
person evidence to be, so and that kind of makes it difficult for the court of law to move forward in certain situations, because domestic violence can be placed as a civil lawsuit and a criminal lawsuit. So where it interjects and where it interlapses, where the the complainant comes and points and says this person that did this. So if there's nobody that comes to point that finger, it's very difficult for the court of law to move forward. So this Greenwood situation makes it difficult for people to. So for example, for United as an entity to make certain decisions. So the court made it open for interpretation for everyone, and people have been saying there's been a great divide. People have been saying he did it, and a lot of people have been saying he did not do it. So that makes it difficult for certain entities to make decisions. Now, United have fumbled the bag in how they handled the whole situation, because it took them. So the court came out in February and like, okay, we will not move forward with this case. So it took United from February till now to make a decision on how they want to go about it. And apparently, a journalist found a way to get enough information on how they want to move forward with the situation. And it was said that United was finding ways to reintegrate Greenwood back into the squad. Now, that caused an uproar everywhere, because a lot of stakeholders were like, no, we don't want this guy to come back. A lot of women, a lot of fans, and apparently a lot of the staff are like, this guy shouldn't come back because he did it. They were convinced that he did it. And that stems from a lot of public evidence that they've been able to grab hold of. Apparently, they had like 21 different iterations of reintegrating him back into the club, and none of them included him leaving the club. So that's where United fumbled the bag. And one of it is like telling Ten Hag how to answer questions in the interim, future, short-term future, and long-term future. So there were no like any scenario of him not coming back into the club. All the scenarios they had was him coming back to the club. So right now, United has said they are departing from him. They are letting him go, which if people have applauded that, if people have not applauded that, which I mean, it's going to be, how do I put it? It's going to divide opinions.
So I appreciate your diplomatic take.
Yeah.
And your,
No. That's not my take. I'm telling you what happened.
Okay.
I'm telling you what happened. But
I was going to ask good.
No. I'm trying to like present what
the situation
is.
Very good. I just wanted to make sure.
No.
We're going to hear, we and I speak for myself and the audience. We want to hear what you think about the whole situation.
So, 100%, if I was the CEO of Manchester United, I'll have terminated this contract.
Okay.
100%. So, the reason why, because I've had this discussion with a lot of United fans, and a lot of people do not agree. They don't agree with what I'm about to say. I would have terminated this contract based off of the fact that the court did not come out to say he was discharged and acquitted. The court came out to say we don't have enough evidence to hold on to this guy because of this, but did not give us a full picture of what happened. Now, having that, considering a lot of things surrounding the whole situation, if you are accused of something and you know you did not do it 100%, right? You will come out and tell us what happened. As a CEO, I want to hear what happened. I want to hear a full picture of what happened. You have to give me enough reason to want to hold on to you. But knowing an organization like United is so big that any decision I make will affect a lot of things. A lot of stakeholders are on my neck. So I am terminating that based of that. And being the accused, right, I will give you that benefit of that. Okay, come and explain what happened. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I'm going to terminate the whole. And you don't want bad publicity for the club. You don't want the bad publicity because you want to show that you are a responsible club, irrespective of gender. You're a responsible club, and considering gender too, you uphold the rights of women. You cannot dilly-dally on that. You cannot be sitting on fence on that. And the way United have gone about it, they just fumble the bag. Like that is the worst way of handling situation. Because if you notice Mendy's situation, they terminated his contract quick. Even though it was still in the court, they quickly terminated the contract. They didn't want to go through this whole he did it or did not do it, the press on your neck. If the club has terminated his contract, like maybe after the court came out to their own investigation and in an investigation, we won't be having this discussion today. We'll have moved on. But it took so long to make a decision. And I feel it's because Greenwood is a talented player. If it was an average player or below average player, they would have moved differently.
Is that entirely true?
What am I entirely true?
Haven't other United players been accused of such and they've still kept them on?
Who are the players, United players?
If I remember correctly, wasn't there something about Anthony earlier this summer?
And it's just beginning now. It's just beginning.
So I will say this. I mean, I appreciate you.
Wait. Before you move on, so that you don't act as if like I'm not covering all angles. So because of this Greenwood situation, I am 100% sure they're going to kick out Anthony if it gets to that point. They will not waste time to do that because they've already fumbled the simplest one for them to do. So if there are enough evidence against someone, I mean, come on now.
Yeah, no, I mean it's very unfortunate that actually it's not even unfortunate. I'm not that the woman had to go through that first of all, because I mean, but yeah, United was not in an easy situation, and
Yes,
the easiest thing that they should have done was just to terminate the
yes,
contract because no player is bigger than the club, right? No player is bigger than the club. Now I understand that they were sympathizing with him because he has been there since he was 7 years old, and so and because of his talent, right? But there's no reason why you should put your club in such a predicament.
it's just like they call it putting your company in name in disrepute. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like you are giving the company a bad name. It's enough reason to terminate.
Yeah. But then what really surprised me was seeing a lot of United supporters on social media, harassing, because so there were also reports that United, as part of the way for United to integrate him back into the team, they would wait for the women on England's national,
can you imagine, like,
on
that pissed me off.
United, to come back so that they can hear what they think about that. And then that opened them up to abuse from fans. Because so that was wrong. That was completely wrong. But again, I don't expect anything less from a team that calls itself, Devils. I mean,
please. Do you know the issue? You know the issue behind them being called the Devils.
It doesn't change the fact that they're called Devils. But on a serious note, though, it was
cowardice.
It's just just trying to shift responsibility onto other people.
Apparently,
make the difficult decisions. So
apparently, few days, because it was the Athletic that leaked the story of how they want to integrate Greenwood back into the squad. Apparently, a few days to that happening, part of the people that they claimed they were going to talk to were the charities, women. I think support for women, charity or something like that. Apparently, they did not talk to those people, so they were not scurrying to talk to them at the last minute. Can you imagine that? Like, so the thing is, from the beginning, the way they handled it was just utter. I would say they dropped the ball. That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah, no,
they dropped the ball. They because when I heard the story that they're waiting for the women's team to come back from World Cup, I'm like, oh my God, why are you putting? So now, if they decide to reintegrate the Greenwood back, they say, oh, it's women that spoke about it, that allowed it,
or the women approved it. They are fine.
Exactly, they're fine with
so
it.
Who are you?
And now, if they say they're kicking Greenwood, they say it's women that caused it. Like that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, so that's unfortunate. That's an unfortunate Yeah, man. But
I,
speaking of,
I just hope that the kids out there, like, they just put your head down. It's just simple to be a simple human being, be a good human being, be a good person.
yeah,
Because
you have
apparently
to,
there were stories of him being an asshole from when he was in academy. So it kind of, fits into his profile.
yeah, yeah. No, I guess word of advice, just be. It just takes one decision or one action to
To
that to
destroy your
ruin your life.
life.
Yeah. So just be sensible in your actions and try not to do no harm to others.
This guy is so talented, like so talented.
Yeah.
So
So
talented. Like, we're really rooting for him. Like, okay, this guy is one of the top 5 young players around that time.
uh,
No, who mention it now? Mention who? Don't say
uh, anyway, enough of Greenwood. Speaking of the Women's
No,
World
no, no.
Cup,
Wait. No, speak
oh
now.
my days.
Don't mean tell me now who.
The reason we brought Greenwood up is not to talk about. We're not talking about his football abilities. We don't care about that right now.
That's why we know Google because of his football abilities. If he was a mechanic, we wouldn't be talking about him on a football
No,
podcast.
no, we wouldn't. But no. A lot of people that know of him now know of him because of this case. A lot of people.
They knew him because of football. Now that
No,
helped
no,
the stardom. Don't say we are
no.
talking about Greenwood because of his football
A lot
abilities.
of people that know of Mason Greenwood now know of him because of this incident. It's because that video, the video that was put online, it went around the world. It's the same way the
Oh,
next time
you
that was,
saw the video?
yeah.
Thank God though, because it feels like I'm the one I'm running mad. Because anytime I speak about the video, they say there's no video, and I'm like, I saw
Ah,
this video.
I didn't know there was a video. There was video. It's the same way. Well, the point I was trying to make. It's the same way. I don't know if you saw the video of the Spanish Federation's president kissing Hermosa. Right. So a lot of people don't know the guy or didn't know the guy, but now they know of him because of the video. So it doesn't matter like whether Green is talented or not. That's not the reason why people are talking about him now. People are talking about him because of this case. So
But
and then we
it's
now
still
move
football. It's
on.
still football. If they did not win, we won't have what's it called, known about situation. They won't have had the opportunity to kiss. But that man is very crazy though.
That was just that was yeah, I I I, I, I was watching when it happened. I'm like, no. This can't be happening. This,
So you saw it live?
yeah. So I was
Damn.
watching this. Oh my god, that it was weird.
What?
That
When I saw the video, I was like, no, are you kidding me right now? Like,
no,
are you
it was
serious?
weird. It was all the things you watch and you're like you shake it like no, I can't just have seen this now. Yeah, it was just weird as hell, bro. And then yeah, so now Hermosa, she released a statement, but then I think that they now spoke to her, and so it's just very weird, man. It's just very weird, and I only wonder. Well, I don't wonder because I'm pretty sure it happens a lot, especially in the women's sport, like
Yeah.
managers. I mean, it's the same way, like sports in general. It's unfortunate that
It's almost sports in general, like places where like a lot of men go to, like even the gym. Like I go to some gyms, I'm like, women pass, and like everybody's telling, I'm like, yo, do you guys
focus on
realize
what you're doing, man.
and the
Yeah.
mirrors everywhere, so there's no angle that these women are going to that men are not staring. Like I feel bad for them. Like what the heck? Like it's crazy.
Yes, it's terrible. It's terrible. It is terrible, man. Which is yeah. We should all yeah. Anyway, but congratulations to Spain for
Yeah.
winning the World Cup. Let's not take away from the brilliance that they showed on the pitch. Some of
Yeah.
the plays so no those women are good. They are good, like technically, like yeah, tactically as well.
This is the first women's World Cup I did not watch any game.
Nah, I watched,
I
bro.
missed.
Like there was
It was
those
too early
2
for
a.m.,
me.
5 a.m. games. I was up, bro.
No, it
I
was too
can't
early for
even
me.
lie.
It was too early for me.
I was watching them.
The last World Cup, I was like watching every one of them because I love women's football. I love women's football so
So
much because
one thing that I noticed, right, that I found very interesting was, first of all, they don't flop like men do.
yes, they don't. They're
That was
strong.
it was very interesting to see
Yeah,
that. Huh?
yeah, no, they are strong.
No, it's not even about strength. They don't like try to win deep
Win,
penalties or
yeah.
freaking like fouls. Like like it's small body. You just now like some of those tackles are nasty and they go
Yes,
into it.
and they
But
stand up
another
quick.
thing is that they also don't. I mean, except one or two occasions. And so it was. I saw the U.S. women were doing that when Netherlands were playing around them, and then maybe one or two other countries. But they also don't fight. Like like when someone tackles you hard, like people don't like they just get up and
Just
continue.
move on. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just stand up
I
and
found
go.
that
Yeah,
very interesting.
yeah. Just stand up and go.
Just
And
like let's play our game and
let's
keep
just
it
get
going.
let's get out of this place. I want to
Yeah,
go home.
let's do what we're here for. And
Yep.
if it's men, the
Well,
referee
we will argue for like 30
you
minutes.
argue, want to
Play
fight,
15 minutes game.
bro. No,
Argue
so
for
that
30
was
minutes.
very very interesting to see
Yeah.
as well. But it was a very good tournament. I really enjoyed it, and the gap in among teams has closed
Yes,
significantly.
yes,
I mean,
yes. People are beginning to get interested more in football.
it's just that
At all levels, like
yeah.
both male and female. Like
Yeah. I just hope
the
like our African and African federations start supporting the teams because like Nigeria, for example, they've almost beat England. We were a
yeah,
man up, we
which
were
are beating those people.
a woman up, and
They're beating them.
yeah. So lots of penalties. South Africa as well, like they played so
Yeah,
well.
so well,
Yeah,
yeah.
so
Mm.
Jamaica as well.
Don't.
Jamaica and France too. Like you could see, like it's just, and apparently the Jamaican team they had to do GoFundMe to
Yes,
go there.
yes, yes, yes. They had to.
So
They didn't have
imagine
money to
if
come.
they had
Yeah,
support from their federation.
yeah.
So yeah, but next World Cup should be good as well.
We
I
should be
mean,
thinking. We should be thinking of federation supporting the women's football. They've not finished supporting men. There's now women they want to support. Did you hear about the old Ula Balu of how FIFA was supposed to give the
so pay
Nigerian women?
30,000, yeah, and then
Do you know what's funny?
what
Do you know what's funny? So
what
there was a woman, like it was like I think the vice president of footballing activities or something with FIFA.
yeah
She came into the dressing room and told them that, oh, I'm going to give you guys your money directly.
yeah.
The next day, FIFA now came out and said, no, we're not giving your money directly, we're giving your federation because we are an association of federations. We are a federation of federations. I'm like, are you kidding me?
No, you don't, why you act like you don't know what Nigerians will do?
No. It's FIFA that said it. So FIFA
That's
came
what
back
I'm
and
saying.
said,
Like that's what I'm saying. So like, why is FIFA acting like they don't know what the Nigerian Federation will do?
it's because, again, I don't say this on podcast, but FIFA is.
No, of course,
They are.
of
What starts
course,
with C and ends
of
with
course.
N. They're all the same thing. Like that's why FIFA president came out and said we are federation of federations. Of course, you're all the same.
Yeah, no, it's unfortunate.
The next day, I was like, my
Yeah,
God, like
yeah.
Nigeria's already celebrating that. Finally, this woman will
Well,
get their words.
yeah. Talk about undermining your people under you. Like, it's just unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate. One more thing we want to talk about. So, Shane, what do you think of the referees in the Premier League?
Oh. So, in general terms, officiating in the Premier League is getting horrible by
It
the
has always
day.
been the worst. I think.
Yeah, but it's getting like, when you think, oh, it can't be bad, it can't be worse than this, and they find a new way to
Nah.
surprise you.
Let me ask
Because
you a question. Did Wolves deserve a penalty?
yes,
Okay.
yes, but so the reason why I'm saying this is why I even want us to talk about this is because it feels like it's United. That's why it's been blown out. But there was a game, I can't remember. I try to remember the game. There was a game a day before United's game. The same thing happened, and the keeper rushed out and hit the player like close to the edge of box 18 and refused a corner kick. And I knew, I was like, my God, this is supposed to be a penalty. Like, what is going on? The Chelsea-Liverpool game, clear handball. That was handball. Like, there was no, was Jackson that bring down his hand. That the same thing
From
that William.
the header. I
Yes.
think no, I don't. No, I think that
No.
was
It wasn't
very
head
hard.
that. It wasn't him trying to head the ball low.
No. I'm saying I think it was Van Dijk or Diaz that headed the ball on his hands from a Liverpool corner kick. I think I remember the chance you're talking of.
And he moved his hand out
That
like the
would have been
keeper.
very harsh. That would have been very, very harsh.
No, okay.
Very, very
Wait
harsh.
now, relax now. United Fulham. I think it was FA Cup. It was FA Cup. Willian did the same thing and he gave penalty.
No, they're not consistent. That's a
Exactly.
fact.
I remember that non-call penalty. I remember texting a Liverpool fan. I'm like, yo, they robbed you guys. Like, this should have been a penalty. Like, straight up. So I don't understand what they're doing. Against us, there was a foul too. There was a handball that happened. Like, the guy was extending his body, making his body bigger. So you can't be seeing all those things and like, oh, like just ignore because they just feel like doing whatever they want. And if you notice, they make the same mistakes in Europe too.
Yeah.
They make like it's not only about England. When they go out, they go and disgrace themselves. Yeah. They continue the disgrace.
And I find it absolutely ridiculous, these new rules that they have now, that players can't protest, managers I think it's a way to cover up for their ineptitude, because it just comes from this whole, I don't like that it comes from this whole place of trying to make people more like robots, because football has always been a sport that allows you to express yourself. If you take that away, then it's no longer the sport that we know and love. What do you mean by players should be more differential to the referee? Whatever, like you can't show emotions. I just find it ridiculous, and it goes against everything that I stand for as a human being. Where you're always trying to tell people what to do and how to do, and how to respond. I just think it's all absolute BS. Excuse my French.
I'm laughing. Yeah, I'm laughing. The Wolves manager, his team did not collect, the team did not get the penalty, and they gave him a yellow card.
So that was just unfortunate. That was just silly.
It's crazy.
The Premier League referees are just terrible. They, I think, who is the head now? Is it Howard Webb?
I don't even know. I think he's the one. Yeah.
Or PGMOL. Yeah.
We thought when he comes back, okay, he's going to come and do something, but it's been rubbish. That Tomiyasu, oh, it's too funny.
Yeah, just ridiculous.
That was too funny. Like, I think the second yellow card was a cynical one. It was a very cynical one.
I still think it was very soft.
It was. No, I'm saying that's what I'm calling it. It was cynicism.
Oh, okay. On part of the ref.
Yes, it was cynicism because, like, normally in those days, ref would be like, okay, just let it play on, like, let it go because the guy's already on yellow card. Like, I've seen refs not give yellow card for those kind of fouls.
Because you don't want to ruin the game, and there was still so much time, on the clock.
And on the flip side, it was a counter that is stopped. Yeah. It was a counter that is stopped. So I would say it's just a 50-50 situation, but most refs might not give that yellow card, knowing they've given yellow card for a stupid reason for throwing, wasting time. Like, why are you giving yellow card and wasting time? Yeah. So I think what they should do is, if you waste time, you lose your train. Yes. I think that's the better punishment. You lose your train. Because if they continue with this thing, a lot of players will collect red card. Especially the fullbacks.
I think even now, certainly a lot of players will, because it doesn't make any sense. But I think it just goes to the general trend of the world moving into a more controlled and policed. But that's another conversation.
No.
Because it makes how do you expect footballers? They're running for 90 minutes. Someone fouls them. You expect, or like they score a goal. Like I don't know, man. I don't know. Or even the taking off shirts. I always found that taking off shirts, yellow card to be very, very silly. I've always found it to be silly. It makes no sense to me.
You say don't be naked. Don't be exposing your.
I don't be naked.
Don't be naked.
I don't know. Were you born with clothes? Let's start off with that.
I'm trying to remember the Italian player. Was it Belotti or I can't remember that he removed his pants. He removed his shorts instead of removing his shirts. That his shirts.
At the end of the day, we're all born without clothes. I don't know why people are so pressed about people wearing clothes. We were born naked.
Anyway, so we should play football naked.
Okay, so we have a question from our fans who, by the way, thank you for listening. We appreciate you. You guys keep us going. But yeah, I think we might also incorporate this into the show.
People should ask us questions.
Yeah, ask us questions, and we are willing to answer. If we don't know the answer, we'll keep you updated on our social media platforms. So, Sean, what's the question for this week?
So the question is, if we are DMs for like DM, who will I play
Wait,
for?
DM as in wait, where you say DM?
Defensive
Okay, okay. I
midfielder.
started talking about like our chat, our messages. Where you're
No,
going?
no, please now. If you're a defensive midfielder, who will you rather play for right now? The way everything is set up, Chelsea or Liverpool? Because of Caicedo.
So if you're saying, so the question is, if I'm Caicedo,
Yes.
would I go to Chelsea or Liverpool?
Yeah.
That's a very good question, actually. Um, I think both teams, the way they did good pieces of business. Liverpool, for example, I really really like the McAllister Soboslai deals. Especially the McAllister one, because they got him for that's a proven player in the Premier League, quality. And at Brighton, he showed what he could do. He has won the World Cup. He's very experienced. So, and then Szoboszlai too is a very good, young talent, but a lot of hopes in Hungary and at Leipzig. He showed his quality as well. So I think Liverpool, a solid defensive midfielder will just boost their midfield a lot. Chelsea, on the other hand, Enzo had played that position, but it was clear that that's not his traditional role. In Argentina, for example, he was much higher in the pitch, and he contributed with goals and standout performances there. So Chelsea, the thing with Chelsea though is they have a lot of players, so they can tinker things around. Liverpool, honestly, as if I were Caicedo, I think I would go to Liverpool for the reason that you just have to you don't have to contribute a whole lot offensively in this job. You're just there to break up play, and then let the other players do their thing. Chelsea, on the other hand, because of the many combinations that they have, I think it will be hard to integrate into the team. Right, you can have a midfield where you're playing Enzo, Noni Chukwuemeka, Gallagher. Like there's so many players there, and so with the manager always wanting to try different things, it can be difficult to one be sure that you'll be a starter, and then two fit with all of these different players. Like understand how all of these different players play. Whereas at Liverpool, their midfield they don't have as many numbers there, so you're sure that the chemistry you build with McAllister, Soboslai, or maybe Elliot, Curtis Jones, you have less variables there. I think so. It'll be better for you as a player in the long term. That's my thing. So I think Liverpool would have been a better team for him. What do you think?
So, it's a Yoruba saying that goes, "Iṣẹ́ kékeré, owó ńlá." Small work, big money. I'm definitely going to Chelsea. The reason I'm going to Chelsea is because at Chelsea, you have a lot of bodies around you. So they're doing a lot of defensive work for you already. Like by default, they are defensive. They are people who come and help you in the defensive phase of things. And there's no way you will not start Caicedo every game. There's nobody benching Caicedo. There's nobody that's going to do Caicedo's job. So it's certain that he's going to have a shirt. There's nobody that's like Caicedo in that team. So it's certain he's going to start. Liverpool, my God, you will suffer as a DM. Have you ever played as a DM before?
Yes.
It's a lie. You will see me attacking and central midfielder. You're always going forward now. Like I played as a DM.
But I played DM now. What are you talking about?
I played as a DM. Don't lie, please. I played as a DM with people that want to run forward. And you have Trent that's on your right hand side that always want to go forward and doesn't understand the defensive phase of things. So you have to go and plug those areas. On your left hand side, you have Robertson that's trying to run forward too. So you're just going to go and cover a lot of places. Man, you're going to run. You walk as a DM because even the people in front of you that are attacking. So everyone is running forward. They're trying to like do that game pressing. The defensive phase of things is like secondary to them. So as a DM for Liverpool, you would walk. See Fabio now. Fabio grew old in 2 years. Suddenly,
No,
I mean, he was born bald, but even in his baldness, like he increased.
well, no, that's a fair point. But I still think, I mean, I think that Liverpool, because of the way they press up front, right? I mean, you see how this guy presses Luis Diaz. Jota
Yes,
is a good presser.
yes.
McAllister as well, and Soboslai is there. So you won't. I disagree that you will have to do a lot of work because Fabinho, when he was actually, that's not entirely correct because Fabinho at his prime, I mean, and price to Liverpool of 2019, 2020, right? Fabinho, you rarely heard of him, even which is why Jordan Henderson had the career he had, because it's not the few times when they could afford to play a James Milner, a dinosaur in that DM role because the front three were doing most of the pressing, right? Mane, Firmino, Salah, and now Diaz, Salah, and Jota or Nunes, right? Those three they press, and then the other two support. So your DM isn't really, part of that pressing role. His job is just to break lines. Now, yes, Trent is open, but Trent's wing can be open, but that's where your DM comes. He just plugs that hole, and Caicedo is really good at it.
It's just, see, don't say just plug that old guy. The length of the pitch is. Do you know the length of the pitch? Do
And
you know
that's
how
what
big
I'm
the
saying.
pitch?
No, but
Do you know how long? Do you know
it's
how wide the
not
pitch
one
is?
man's job to do that, right?
Yes,
It's a team.
yes,
So, but your DM is critical and crucial in that, which is what
yes.
I'm saying. That so he doesn't have to focus as much on moving forward. My thing with against Chelsea or against him going to Chelsea is the chemistry would I think will take a longer time to form because of the number of players that they have.
But so that chemistry, right, that you're talking about, is the same way with Liverpool because the Jonathan Anderson that you mentioned and Fabinho, they are players that are like more, I would say, more defensive. They understand the defensive phase of
There's
things. They
nothing
know how
bad.
to.
Honestly, I don't even know why I mentioned Henderson because there's
No, no,
nothing
no,
bad
no,
about
no,
that
no,
guy.
no. It's
There's
not
not. I
good,
don't
but
like that guy, man.
wait now, wait. I don't like him too, but in terms of breaking plays, they know how to like. They know that okay, all we need to do is just run, break plays. When we get the ball, pass to Trent. Run, break play. All we have to do is get the ball to Salah or Mane. They'll do whatever they want to do in front. So the attacking phase of things worked out for Liverpool, but the defensive phase of things is where the issue is with Liverpool. But in Chelsea, the defensive phase for them is good, but the attacking phase is where they're lacking in because I mean Chelsea is a defensive team. That's what their philosophy is. They are strong defensively. But that's my answer. Anyways,
Yeah, no.
that's
So I mean, yeah, give us your thoughts. Those of the audience, let us know if you would rather go to Chelsea or Liverpool,
yeah.
and keep the questions coming.
Oh wait, yes, that reminds me. We had the pool. Um, we had a pool on our podcasts. Let me see if I can drag that pool up. Maybe I can find the results. Hopefully, I can find the results.
What was the prompt?
Oh, so it was who was going to make top? Is Chelsea going to make top four or not? I cannot find it. But a lot of them, I think 30% said they will not make top four. 70%,
30%.
yeah, say no top four for Chelsea. Then 70% say top four. So I
So once
guess
once again, remind me, what were your top four predictions?
I can't be saying it every episode now. Free me, please. I can't be. I've said it. Go and listen to the podcast again to get it.
Anyway, so yeah, so that's this episode. This was an interesting episode. I think we'll start getting guests back, and we'll go from there. Now we'll just go into predicting next week's the games from next week.
Yeah.
By the way, I thought that Pep is out for a couple of weeks.
Pep,
Uh, Pep,
what's
yeah,
wrong with him?
he had back surgery, so I think he'll be out.
Oh,
He'll be out for these next two game weeks, which will
uh,
be international break. So
wait. When is the national break?
after the next two game weeks, so I think sometime in October. I think second week in October or something like that.
Oh. Greenwood. I say Greenwood. Ah, I will. Mason Mount is injured too. So apparently he's not back until.
Was he contributing anything though? Is that a miss?
It's not his fault, man. It's not his fault. I think next episode we need to talk about Etihad. We need
Yeah.
to.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We need to. We
Yeah.
need to.
Anyway, so on Friday, Chelsea Luton, Stamford Bridge.
Come on, Chelsea have to beat Luton now at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. Chelsea should beat Luton. Spurs, Bournemouth Spurs on Saturday.
7:30 in the morning. That's time I think they've arrived.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a draw.
No, Spurs will beat them.
Yeah, it's going to be a draw.
Arsenal Fulham.
Arsenal should beat Fulham. They should.
Arsenal will beat Fulham.
They should.
Let's get that right. Arsenal will beat Fulham. Brentford Palace.
This is going to be an explosive game. This is going to be difficult. What do you think? You say your own first. Let me see.
It's a tricky one, but I think Brentford will do it. I think Brentford will do it.
Brentford. I don't know the status with Oluwaseun. I don't know if he's going to be back in that game.
He had a very good game against Arsenal. So
he did. But I mean, he was just alone. He was alone.
I think Brentford will do it.
Yeah. So if Oluwaseun comes back, I pick Crystal Palace. Or if he's not back, then Brentford or a draw. I say a draw.
Everton Wolves.
Those ones. Even Wolves are not.
So they are creating chances, but they're just not scoring.
They're not scoring. Yeah. They should have scored United. They should have at least gotten a goal. I think Wolves, but Everton can just wake up and say they want to play football. That's the thing.
Yeah. But I thought Demari Gray might go to Saudi Arabia. They're working on a deal for him.
That boy should have stayed in EPL.
Yeah.
He's a good player.
Yeah.
He's a very good player. He should find a way to go to like Crystal Palace or maybe West Ham. Or I don't know, West Ham, they have people on that left hand side. I don't know.
Pick.
Oh, I said Wolves now.
Wolves, okay. Yeah, I think Wolves. But this is at this thing. Good thing. I'll pick a draw, maybe a 1-1 draw. United Nottingham Forest.
Are you writing it down? Or you forgot?
Yeah, I forgot. But I'll listen to it and I'll write it down. So I'll be ready for next week. United Nottingham.
United needs to beat Nottingham more.
No, so you're saying United?
I mean, at this point, if not, they just close the club. Yeah, United.
100% Nottingham. 100%. Brighton West Ham.
That's a good game. Brighton, but it's going to be very interesting.
That'll be a very good match. Yeah, I agree.
EPL has changed though. Now all the games are like fire.
Yeah. Even this Burnley Villa, I actually think it'll be. I say Brighton, Burnley Villa. I pick Villa, but it'll be a good game.
Villa, man. It's a Burnley won't do. Was not. Did you watch that video of that Burnley fan? I was like, you don't understand.
Doesn't understand. Yeah.
Say, what are you doing? And it's true. It's true. Because why do clubs want to play like Pep, but you don't have the resources like Pep? You cannot beat the master. Everybody's doing. All of them are doing the same thing across board.
I thought I'll beat him.
But the teams that are not doing it are excelling, like Newcastle. Newcastle is not doing that nonsense, 3 at the back, inverted winger or whatever. They're not doing that. They're doing good old English football, cross and nod, rush you, midfielder passing. T-player is crossing the ball, like he doesn't care about going into the midfield. What's he going to go and do
there? Sheffield City.
And as you say, I enjoy Newcastle play. They give me the vibes.
They're an exciting team.
That's what I want. That's the football I want. You go and you see footballers that cannot even play football normally. They don't know how to play football normally. I'm managing them. Now you're turning them to midfielders. How? Sheffield Man City. City should win, Sha. But I mean,
City will win.
If not, they want to give Pep attack away.
Newcastle, Liverpool.
Oof.
These are St. James Park.
Newcastle. If okay, so let me predict this. Newcastle should be Liverpool. But I'm on the fence. But it will not be a draw.
Of course. No, it's either. What do you mean?
It will not be a draw. Hold on. Let me see their form against each other head to head. Yeah, Liverpool did them home and
Liverpool.
away. Liverpool beat them home and away last season.
Yeah.
In fact, Liverpool has beaten them. Oh.
Liverpool have been beating them, yeah. The
Ah,
last 4 times they played, Liverpool.
okay.
Actually,
Maybe.
yeah, man. Newcastle have not won
Yeah.
in a very long. Yo, see,
Yeah.
last time they won was 2015.
Yes.
2015 are
Yes.
good this thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a minute.
Maybe it's the time. What do you think?
Make a prediction, sir.
Newcastle.
Newcastle? Okay.
Yeah.
I say Newcastle as well. I say Newcastle as well.
Maybe it's time. So before we move on, I remember in the last podcast I said Newcastle struggles against teams that hold the ball.
Yeah.
And that's why Arsenal, I feel like Arsenal is going to beat them again. And I feel like City will always beat them. Same with Liverpool.
It's Liverpool.
Because they struggled against teams that hold the ball.
Yeah. Well, I think most teams do that though. It's just that I think Newcastle's defense is very, very good. So, but yeah, we'll see. I'm looking forward to that game for sure. I'm looking
Same.
forward to that game for sure. Yeah, well, with that, we've come to the end of this week's episode. Please, as always, subscribe, listen, share, and we look back to your feedback, both positive and negative.
Yeah. And please participate in the polls that we'll be putting out on the podcast, please. So we want feedback from you too. We want this season to be as interactive as possible.
Yeah.
And if you have questions that you want us to talk about, tactics, history, our personal experiences with football, don't hesitate to let us know. You can slide into our DMs on Instagram or Twitter. What's our Instagram page?
It's bias_football_takes.
We're on Instagram.
Oh,
Look at this man. That's Twitter now.
as you can see, I'm not takes. What's it called? Actually, no. It is bias_football_takes on Instagram. Yeah.
On Instagram?
Yes.
Hey, okay.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now.
I don't agree with you, but okay.
It's bias football takes, but then
Okay. You're right. You're actually right.
Yeah. You see?
You're right.
Nigerian men always lying.
You're right.
Anyhow, sure. All right, now until next week, guys. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, this was a good episode. Thank you for listening.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.